Hi, today I'm reviewing the Murad Retinol Youth Renewal Serum. And really quick, I just want to say, purchase these products with my own money, and I will never waste your time with sponsored ads. So if you want to help support the channel, check out nobsbeauty.com or click on the Amazon link below. So, the Murad Retinol Youth Renewal Serum is apparently, according to Murad, the #1 most popular retinol product sold in the US, and I've been meaning to review it for quite some time now. And I would play with it, I'd start my review, and then either I would check out one of the other products or just stop using it for a little bit, then I'd start using it, and then something would happen. Or overall, it's a decent retinol, but I'm going to let you guys know a few of my favorites. But anyway, since it is the #1 selling retinol serum, I have to review it. And they also have a moisturizer cream, which I've got a little sample of, and they've also got an eye cream as well with this line. And I've got all three of them. I just couldn't find any of them at the moment. So anyway, so I've got my big bottle though. I think this was like a Sephora Rewards or something where I got a huge set of it. The rewards nowadays aren't that great, and your odds of getting a set of it are like slim to none anyway. So a huge set of all of them, and I've used them off and on. And anyway, so Murad calls this the they've perfected the science of retinol with this breakthrough serum powered by retinol triactive technology, a fast-acting retinoid, a time-released retinol, and a retinol booster. This potent yet gentle formula helps quickly and visibly minimize lines and deep wrinkles, firm, even skin tone, and boost radiance for a more vibrant, youthful-looking skin. So let's see if that is all true. So on to my first criteria, which is packaging, and they've done a nice job packaging this in a pump bottle, which I can appreciate, especially retinol is very damaged by exposure to light and air, so packaging for retinol is key. So they've done a very nice job packaging this in a nice pump bottle, so it's not exposed to light or air, so they've done a nice job with that. My second criteria is alcohol, and this does not contain denatured or drying types of alcohol. It does contain a fatty alcohol, C14-22, which is one of the good or hydrating types of alcohol, so no issues at all with that. Fragrance. This is probably the major downfall of this product, is it does have a few fragrance ingredients. Thankfully, it's not super noticeable, and it does dissipate, although if you have sensitive skin, you could have issues with it. But they've got citronelle in there, which if you're familiar with like mosquitoes at all, in Minnesota they're going crazy right now. Citronelle they use like candles and things to repel mosquitoes. So maybe it would be good to have it on your face. I don't know. But probably not, especially if you have sensitive skin. So I've got citronelle. They've got just fragrance, which could be any combination of a couple hundred different ingredients, which is a trade secret, so I don't have to disclose which ones they used. And then they also included a extremely volatile masking fragrance ingredient called Alpha-Isomethyl ionone. Ionones are naturally occurring and synthetically produced scent chemicals. In some countries, they've been suspected as environmental toxins. So that's a newer fragrance ingredient that I just haven't really noticed yet in a lot of products. So perhaps it's been in some other things I've used, but I just don't remember ever really seeing it, and I just didn't really know it was that volatile for skin. So thankfully, those 3 ingredients are at the very end of the ingredient list, and they aren't super noticeable. However, this product would be even more gentle and much better without it, especially since the fragrance isn't super noticeable. So yeah, that's their biggest blunder in my opinion, especially with that alpha-isomethyl ionone. When I read extremely volatile, the next thing I don't think is smooth it all over my face. So anyway, so that's probably their biggest mistake there. But anyway, the other reason I hadn't reviewed this one yet is because it seems like the ingredient list has changed quite a few times over the last few years. So pinning down which was the current list and things like that were also a little bit of a challenge. So, okay, on to the manufacturing location. This is made in the U.S., so no issues with that. Ease of use. You definitely want to use this in the evening. Retinols just work a little bit better if you use them in the evening, but be sure to use sunscreen during the daytime because retinols and retinoids make your skin a little bit more susceptible to sunburn. So you're going to want to smooth it over. If you use any lighter serums, toners, essences, use those first. and then apply this. And then if you use any thicker moisturizers, or if you're going to pick up their cream that goes with it, apply that after this. So very easy to use, nice texture. It absorbs pretty quickly without making your skin feel like greasy or oily. A little bit of this goes a long way, and it also tends to layer well with other products. So very easy to use, no issues at all. Just make sure to use SPF during the daytime when you use this. Okay, on to antioxidants and beneficial ingredients. So shea butter is right up there, which is a good hydrating ingredient. And then we actually have retinol on the list. And then we've also got the gram-active retinoid, Hydroxypinacolone Retinoate. I always mispronounce that one. But that is a newer form of a retinoid, which is being shown to be promising, very gentle. So you're not going to have its dramatic results with it. But it is more gentle, but still has a lot of the, helping with cell turnover properties that retinoids have. Then we've also got ceramide in there. We've got a sodium hyaluronate. We've got tomato fruit extract, which is actually really good for oily skin because tomato fruit extract acts as an astringent for skin. And also a good antioxidant. And then we've got squalane, pomegranate, lecithin, betaine, and then Swertia flower extract, which is showing to be a good hydrating and antioxidant ingredient. So they've got a good list of beneficial ingredients in there, which is nice to see. I just would have really liked to see them go without the fragrance. Really quick, I'll mention 3 of my current favorite retinols that I'm using in case something with fragrance isn't an option for you. The Paula's Choice Clinical 1% Retinol is always a good one. I've been using that off and on for years. The Drunk Elephant one, the A. Passioni retinol is awesome. And then another favorite is the Obagi retinol 1%. So all 3 of these have 1% retinol. Murad doesn't mention the percentage of retinol in here. I'm guessing it's between 0.25 and 0.5 would be my guess based on where they are on the ingredient list. So not the strongest, but might be a little bit better for someone newer to retinol. To start out with something that's not super high. So on to my 7th criteria, which is animal testing, and the Murad brand is cruelty-free. Although for some reason, every time I review Murad, I have to Google it. I don't know why. For some reason, it's like a big brand. In my head, I think not cruelty-free, and then they are, and it always surprises me. So, okay, on to performance. Definitely does a nice job hydrating skin without making it look oily or greasy. It sets to a nice matte finish, which is nice. Definitely nice to give your skin exposure to. I'm glad they didn't just focus on the gram-active retinoid. Instead, they threw in the real deal retinol and the gram-active retinoid. So it's nice to see that they didn't solely rely on the newest thing. They kind of made a combination with both of those. So again, not totally certain what percentage of retinol this is. My guess is it's a lower percent, not super high, but definitely a nice retinol for those new to retinols because it's not super high and you are less likely to get flaking and things like that. And they do have a lot of good hydrating ingredients in here as well. So it's not like a bare bones formula where you're going to get all of the effects of retinol and then dry skin and flakiness and irritation. Because retinol can definitely do that to skin, but definitely nice, a good starter one if you can overlook the fragrance ingredients. But overall, I didn't notice a ton of effects with fine lines or wrinkles overnight. This one definitely took several months of consistent use before you notice some of that, which is also probably because of a lower percent of retinol. Whereas with some of them, like the Drunk Elephant one, within a week I could tell it was working a lot better. So just up to you, although sometimes slower is good with retinol. On to my 9th criteria, which is price. So this is a half an ounce bottle. The full size is 1 ounce and it retails for $89, which is pretty pricey. Although definitely check online because Murad will definitely have sales. Like if you subscribe to any of the beauty boxes, this will often be like half price on some of their sale days, like Ipsy or FabFitFun or some of those. So it's worth checking out before you pick it up. And then it's sometimes also on sale or in like gift sets and things like that. So it's worth doing a little bit of digging before you go purchase it. And then my 10th criteria, which is the it factor. It's a great retinol, definitely a good one for beginners. Not a huge fan of the fragrance they included, but I do like the packaging. I like that it's alcohol-free, denatured alcohol-free, well-packaged, cruelty-free. A little pricey, but it is very hydrating for a retinol serum, which is nice. And then those with acne-prone skin, beware that there are a few acnegenic ingredients in this formula, such as Dimethicone, Isopropyl Palmitate, PEG 100 Stearate, Squalane, Ethyl hexyl palmitate, butylene glycol, and Laureth 23. And I'll include the full ingredient list below so you can search through that. So it does have quite a few acnegenic ingredients. However, remember, retinols are great for those with acne-prone skin. So maybe this one isn't the one for you, and there's a better one with perhaps less acnegenic ingredients. But adding a retinol can definitely help prevent breakouts and things like that. So it's definitely something to consider adding to your routine. If it's not this one, if it's another brand, good thing to add to your routine. So anyway, I gave this one a 7 out of 10, which is still pretty good. So anyway, I'm interested if you guys have a chance to check this out. Apparently the #1 serum in the country, so I'm guessing like almost all of you guys have tried it at some point, unless that's just marketing. It's not the #1 sold retinol in the country. Anyway, so definitely leave a comment. I love hearing from you guys. Check out nobsbeauty.com and the Amazon link below. And thank you guys so much.